Hi, Zach. You a little cold?
It's even gray like Dad's beard.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Morning. Finally get to put this thing back to work today. Well, that is something that all of our semis have. This one actually has a hose that goes to the tank on the truck, and that will air up the suspension, release the brakes, have enough air for that, so we can just start it up and back it right out, because as you know, trucks make a lot of smoke when you start them. Well, at least these old ones. This old Detroit for sure. So we'll get that all aired up before we take it out. This truck has that goes the hose to the tank. Most of them are up on the governor on our trucks though. And you gotta just open the hood, hook a air cup like that onto the governor instead, and then that will air it up like an actual system would on the truck. So give that a minute or so to air up, and then we'll be getting out of here. While we're waiting for the truck to air up, we could talk about my new boots. Check that out. Brunts with, they call it the Brunt toe. When we were welding years ago in the shop here building hopper bottom cones for the grain bins, we ended up doing a lot of low on the floor work, welding rings and stuff down on the ground, and I would wear holes in the toes of my boots like crazy fast. So to see someone build a toe on a boot like this that'll stand up to that, that's awesome. So go check out Brunt boots. They are by far the most comfortable boots that I have ever wore, and now I think I have like 4 pairs of them. They're great. Got a couple lace-up pairs, one pair I wear to town, and there's some slip-ons. If you don't have a pair of Brunt boots yet, you're missing out.
We're back to work in the teal truck. Yeah, it's finished. It's done. This is actually its second load. Running good, pulling straight. You can just feel the better fuel economy with paint. You know, the new paint and all. Now it feels good to get this thing out of the shop and get it back to work and run it again. So, and the Jake brakes on it, of course. Just saying. Sorry, I know I wasn't the greatest audio on the Jakes, so here you go. Much better.
I got the third truck of the day loaded. Tim took this white truck in this morning and dumped it since the other truck was back at the farmyard. So I grabbed that, came over, loaded that. He took that one in. Then I hopped back in my white truck that I normally drive, and now I'm loaded. That bin yard, it's miserable for semis. There's too much stuff in the way there, and you have to pull in, load the front hopper, spin around, back in, load the back hopper. So little longer fill in there than a normal open vineyard, but we're on the road now.
such a nice and windy day that I can't even tarp because it keeps blowing my tarp away. I have to get out on the road and go with the wind a little bit. We did just get one bin emptied. 3 more to go, I think. Anyway, good times. We're on our way. I don't know if anybody's mentioned Tony or I, but anyway, we're hauling Durham into Glasgow today. This will be my 3rd load in, and Tony got one in, plus he's loading another one. Well, that was a trip to Glasgow. One truck in front of me who's almost unloaded. So, get dumped, get out of here, get back. Well, today I'm over in Williston, North Dakota, helping the pastor of our church get his pickup back. It died over here. So anyway, the guy that's helping him has been trying to work on it, is here to help us load it. How fun will this be? That pickup belongs to the pastor of the church that I go to. He drove it to Williston, got on an airplane, went to a conference, came back late on a Saturday night. Pickup just wouldn't start at the airport. So anyway, he got a courtesy shuttle ride to his hotel. Couldn't do much about it because it was then Sunday morning. He found a church close by, went to that church. Somebody found out about what the deal was, talked to this other guy. The other guy said, hey, I'm a mechanic. I can try and work on it and help you out. There just wasn't much he could do that day, so our pastor caught a ride back to Glasgow on the train. Anyway, so the pickup has been in Williston for about a month. The mechanic just didn't have time. He's full-time job. He has a wife and family, so he just didn't have time to work on it. He kind of diagnosed the problem and told our pastor about it. Our pastor said, well, I think I can fix that. He contacted Tony and asked if we could use the 08 Dodge and the gooseneck. So my pastor and I went over with the trailer and we were going to load the pickup. We were going to do it with come-alongs. You know, we knew that nobody would be around. We were prepared to do this on our own, and I figured it would probably take us about an hour to load that thing with come-alongs. So as we pulled into the driveway, my pastor texted this guy and said, hey, we're here just to let you know, we're getting the pickup. We pulled the pickup out of the driveway and onto the county road, and because it was a downhill slope. We thought this would maybe help going a little easier. And no sooner did we get set up and put the ramps down on the trailer that this mechanic shows up. And he's got a pretty big service truck, and it had a crane on it. And he goes, you know, I bet I could lift the front end of that pickup right up and set it right on that trailer for you. So that's what happened. He did. It worked flawlessly. We were, from the time that we dropped the ramps on the trailer to the time that we had the pickup chained down on the trailer was 25 minutes. Simple, easy. It was a huge blessing to have him be willing to do that. Talked with the mechanic for a little while. Really, really neat guy. Had a lot of fun. So we were able to get the pickup back. Very grateful that we were able to do that using Tony's equipment and get that taken care of. Kind of fun. So that's what happened. That's the story behind that.
Well, good morning. We are getting headers cleaned up finally. They've been tucked away for a while, but now I need to get them ready because they are for sale. If you missed that in the previous video. Gonna get these sold. We got a couple FD2s bought up that we're gonna replace these with, so it's just kind of a spare the moment deal, not trading. Ended up buying them outright, so we're gonna get these cleaned up, go through them. You're doing a pretty good job of making the shop dirty again.
That's what I do best.
We are very good at making the shop dirty, I will admit that. Well, this header hadn't been cleaned off yet. Tim's been poking away with a screwdriver.
You mean pig pen?
Yeah. So we'll have to blow it off, but it's, what was the wind chill this morning? Like 28 below or something goofy like that?
I saw 13 below was actual temp. So.
Yeah, it's chilly out and there's not much wind, but pretty well poked off with a screwdriver. I'll have to hit it with the air hose yet outside. Got a few odds and ends to do. Sickle. Need some guards changed, some poly replaced underneath, the hydraulic hose. We're just going to try and recrimp there. It's been wet. It actually, what did it take? About 30 hours after Dad's hose started leaking. Mine started leaking, so I'm guessing they have a problem with the crimp setting at the factory on that hose. So
It was definitely within the same week. I know that.
yeah, and his was just early enough that we've changed it. Mine was at the end of the season, and it wasn't dripping bad till now. Alrighty. Find some bolts to replace the sickle guard bolts. Oh, where are those at? And some poly. We need some serious organizational help on the farm, that's for sure. More like just need to throw a bunch of stuff away. Oh, here the bolts are. Oh, I don't know where. Draper, oh, here they are. Draper belts for the swather and the cutter bar poly. Found the bolts, and the box is too heavy to carry with these in one hand and camera in the other. And I am going to take these and see if they fit on the new heads, because there are a couple 250s in town. Getting your workout in for the day?
Yeah, on my steps.
So those bolts I went and grabbed to replace these ones, and these are those fancy special bolts like that hold all of the flexi finger attachments on, whether it's a crop lifter or those corn pans we used to cut the corn last year. So these are ours. We want to keep these. We don't want to send these with the header because we still have all of the lifters and stuff. And we'll find out what we need to do. Maybe the lifters won't even work with the new guards. I'll have to talk to Flexi Finger about that. So, but we'll get all those pulled off, put the new bolts in, and then got a handful of some thin cutter bar poly under there that we need to replace with new ones. These are from May Wes. They came out with these last summer. We put them on our swather header, and we got a bunch more to put on the grain heads as well. So we'll hopefully get that all buttoned up today.
Should we paint the socket black so people don't know that we're using a chrome socket on an impact?
I think the rule is if you use it with a 3/8 drive, it's fine.
Works for me.
The reason why we are using the chrome one is because
There's no room. Slight bit of difference. It's a good reason to change them. Not very hard to change them. Just like changing a guard, I guess. Can't really show you with the angle of the camera right now, though. Give me a sec. So to make my life a little bit easier, I'm basically working one ahead. That way, I'm not trying to cram them together all the time, but don't necessarily have to do that. There's just one less thing to have to squeeze together. And then up on top, just spin your nut on, just like normal. No different than changing out a guard. That's that. Well, that took a grand total of about 45 minutes to an hour. I only did the center part here. Those had the most wear. The rest of them still have plenty of wear on them. Next guy that buys this header, you've got new skid plates in the center. Hope that helps. Replacing the, you know, those thingies. Those guys. Where the finger goes in and out to help gather. Anyway, so see that? It's not that we're hard on headers, it's that Montana is hard on headers. So anyways, I don't remember how we came across this guy, but we're gonna put it to the test and see if we can't pull that dent out. And I just saw another one here. Oh, that one too. We'll try that one here in a bit. See how this goes. Tell you what, the worst part about this is I just got this out of the service truck, which is sitting outside, and it's 7 below out. So, try a hammer. Well, it's better. It's in the worst spot possible, but I had to edit it. It would just not reach my dent, so I added to it, and that helped. But I don't know if I can get any more out of it. Again, it's for sale. Well, while I was in town the other day, I did pick up some of the new May Wes poly fingers to put in here. I like running these better than the steel ones. For one, these are 1/3 of the price of the MacDon pins, or the fingers. But the downfall of those poly fingers are they tend to wear out faster, which is kind of understandable. It's not as hard as metal. But if they break, they go through the combine. It doesn't hurt the combine like a steel pin would. I think the best scenario is you put the plastic ones in to run them for a season, and then take and switch the glide 180 and spin the pin 180. I think that'll get you through 2 full seasons at 1/3 of the cost of the steel ones. It's a pretty good value, I think, just because the peace of mind of you're not going to destroy your header, drum, pan, or your combine. So that's why I like to run the poly fingers. Those new FD250s, we'll probably put those in those headers right away too when they come. We'll see. Again, it's for sale. So Tim's got a lot of these done already. Pretty easy, straightforward install. They have these like fancy R pins inside. Do you have any out that are loose? Right here. This is all it is to replace them. You pull this R pin out, loosens the pin up, put the new one in, put the R pin back in, and that is it. Try not to stab your finger.
Yeah,
That's actually sharper than you think.
yeah, that is sharp. And there's a lot of these in here, extra ones. We actually had one broken one, but they had to cut out because it was in the wrong spot, in the wrong place, whatever. Besides, knotters on square balers. This is like the second most magical machine on the farm.
That's a good way of putting it.
They are pretty crazy. These are actually, it's when it reverses, it pulls them out this way, but really simple, but looks complicated. The rod in the center that those pins are pivoting on is just not centered in the drum. It's to the front so that when they come out, they extend out, and when it comes back, they retract. So if they were centered, they would just be solid and they wouldn't slide in and out. But since they're off center from the drum diameter, does that make sense?
I know what he's talking about because I see it and work on it.
This makes perfectly good sense.
Again, it's for sale.
What does Zach say?
I don't know. What did he say? You have to ask Zach a question first before he answers. A yes or no question only, because he can only say yes or no. Hello?
Oh, hi, Zach. You a little cold? Zach, you really got 1 million subscribers today? Congratulations. You want to share some of them with my dad?
What is that, Macy?
The very first GoPro from Fast Ag, Montana.
And
Another
that
one,
was like this one or something.
then that one. And
Where's
then
the other one, Aaliyah?
the newest upgrade.
That one. Videoing us for videoing each other.
No, it's not videoing.
Oh.
Let's show them how you stay warm during the winter time.
My nose beard.
Hey Natalie, who's didn't she Tony?
It's Junior Fast Ag Montana.
It's even gray like Dad's beard.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, farm hard, pray harder.
See you next video.